Core Mathematics C12 Sample Assessment Material. Part 4, 13-14. Question number 13 is Maxima Minima, application of differential calculus. Now in this particular question we have a quadrant. So this is a quadrant that is 1/4 of a circle. And here we have two rectangles, they're exactly the same. So this one and this one, they're the same rectangle, same size. So the values that we have are, if this is x, the radius would be x, and this would be x, then this would be x, then this would be y, this would be y. Since this is a rectangle, this would also be y. So now let's write down the information. The information that we have is we have to show that using the area, which is 4 meters square, of the shape of the entire shape, we can get this expression for y. Okay, so area equals to 4. Now we know area of the quadrant is pi, radius is x, pi x squared by 4, plus area of the rectangle 2 into xy, area of each rectangle is xy, and this is equals to 4. If we simplify this, we can write 2xy equals to 4 minus pi x squared by 4. And then if we simplify this, the LCM is 4, so this would be 16 minus pi x squared. Now we can write, therefore, y equals to, if we send 2x to the other side, it becomes 16 minus pi x squared divided by 8x. And we have shown the expression what y stands for. Question number B. Here what we have to do is we have to show the perimeter is this. Now remember, perimeter is the total length of the boundary. So we have this arc length of the circumference, a portion of the circumference is this. So that perimeter would be, circumference is 2 pi r is x, divided by 4. So we have this length. Then we have this one. Since this is inside, that is not the boundary. This is y. So plus y. Then we have this length, which is x. So plus x. Then we have this length again, which is y again. So plus y. Then we have this length, and this length. So that would be y, x, y. Y, x, y. So remember, this portion over here, this line and this line, they are not part of the boundary. The boundary is outside. So we are going to use the outside length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's proceed to simplify. So 2 by 4 is half. So pi x by 2. Plus we have y plus y plus y plus y, so 4y, plus twice x. So we have pi x by 2 plus twice x, plus, now 4y, we know an expression from y from the previous sum. 16 minus pi x squared divided by 8x. So let's simplify this. So this 4 and this cancels off. This is 2x. So we can write pi x by 2 plus 2x plus 16 minus pi x squared divided by twice x. Let's simplify even further. Pi x by 2 plus 2x plus 16 by 2x minus pi x squared by 2x. So this x and this x cancels off. We have pi x by 2, and this pi x by 2 and this pi x by 2 cancels off. So we have 16 by x. If we cancel 2 8 is 16, it would be 8 by x plus twice x. Expression is proved. Now we have question number C, where we have to use calculus and we have to find the minimum value. So remember, at the turning point, the derivative would be 0. So question number C would be dp by dx. Let me write this as 8x to the power minus 1 plus 2x. So if we differentiate 8x to the power minus 1, it would be 8 minus x to the power minus 2 plus 2, which is minus 8, we can send x square back to downstairs as positive power. Now let's write down the rule. At the minima, because it's the minimum point, we already know it, dp by dx equals to 0. So minus 8 by x squared plus 2 equals to 0. We can write 2 equals to 8 by x squared. So if we cross multiply, we will get x squared equals to 8 by 2 is 4. Therefore, x equals to plus minus square root of 4 equals to 2, plus minus 2. Now, they did not tell us to check which one is maximum and which one is minimum. How do we know which value of x is minima? Just remember, since this is geometry, we'll take the positive value by default. So as a rule, whatever the positive value is, you would take it. So now we have to find the minimum value, which is the value of p. So when x equals to 2, p equals to 8 by x, which is 2, plus 2x, which is 2. That would be 4 plus 4 equals to 8. So the minimum value of p is 8. We don't have to give any unit because they did not ask for the minimum perimeter. They asked for the minimum value of p. Question number 14. Trigonometric solving. Arbitrary angles. Now we have to do this sum step by step, and it is important that you don't leave out any of the 4 steps that we have to do. So question number A. The equation that we have to solve is a compound angle. Whenever we have anything added or subtracted with the angle theta, here it is x, then it is compound angle. So first of all, let's write sine on one side. So sine x plus 45 equals to 2 by 3. Okay, now the first thing to do is to draw up the quadrant. So this is step 1. So this is sine, let me call x plus 45, the whole thing as a pronoun, let me call it theta. Sine theta equals to 2 by 3. That means it's positive. So sine theta has a positive value. That means it would be in the first quadrant and it would be in the second quadrant. By CAST, first quadrant and second quadrant is positive for sine. Step 2, we have to find the basic angle. In this case, the angle is the compound angle x plus 45. So it would be sine inverse the absolute value or the positive value of 2 by 3. Even if this was negative, we would take the positive value. This is how we find the basic angle. So let's do this. So this would be sine inverse of 2 by 3. 2 by 3. And we have 41.8. That is the basic angle, 41.8. So this would be 41.8 and this would be 41.8. So now that we know the basic angle, step 2 is done. Step 3. Now it is important not to break this angle. Let's keep the compound angle as this, x plus 45. This is important. So step 3. For the first quadrant, the basic angle is going to be the same as the value that we just found, 41.8. So the first value of the angle is going to be 41.8. You have to write it all over again. And for the second quadrant, the angle is going to be 180 minus the basic angle, that is 180 minus 41.8, which is 138.2. Now the final step is to write down the answer. Remember, we have to find the value of x. We found the compound angle x plus 45. Now let's calculate it. The value of x would be, if we write x equals to 41.8 minus 45, it turns out to be 41.8 minus 45. That is minus 3.2. So therefore here x would be minus 3.2. And here x would be 138.2 minus 45, 138.2 minus 45, and that is 93.2. This is 93.2. Now we have to check of these two values of x, which is minus 3.2 and 93.2 falls in the range of 0 to 360 degree. That is our range. Well, you might say that the only value that falls in it is 93.2, but in reality, even minus 3.2 falls in that category. It is important to remember minus only represents in which direction the arbitrary angle is measured. It is like this. In this direction, it is minus 3.2. But we can easily think of this from the positive direction, which is the anti-clockwise direction, by subtracting 300 from 360 degree this particular angle, which is 3.2. If we do that, that would be 360 minus 3.2, which is 356.8. So this angle would be 356.8. That means it is the same as minus 3.2, just the direction negative represented by clockwise direction, and the positive direction means anti-clockwise direction. Let me show you. If we do sine of 356.8, so we get this value minus 0.05. Now if we do sine of minus 3.2, we should get the same value. We get the same value. So remember that. So this is going to be x equals to 93.2 comma 356.8. Question number B. Here we have a quadratic equation. So 2 sine squared x plus 2 equals to 7 cos x. Now, first of all, remember we have to use the trigonometric identities. The trigonometric identity is sine squared theta equals to 1 minus cos squared theta. So instead of sine squared theta, we can write 1 minus cos squared theta. That turns out to be 1 minus cos squared theta, which is x, plus 2 equals to 7 plus cos x. Let's simplify this. 2 minus 2 cos squared x plus 2 equals to 7 cos x. That means minus 2 cos squared x minus 7 cos x. 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 4 equals to 0. If you multiply by minus, it would be 2 cos squared x plus 7 cos x minus 4 equals to 0. Now we can do middle term break using this trigonometric format, but it's always a good idea to keep things easier. So we can write let cos x be a. Then the equation looks much better. 2a squared plus 7a minus 4 equals to 0. So if we do middle term break, 2 4s are 8. That would be 2a squared plus 8a minus a. 8 1s are 8. So minus 4. So this would be twice a plus 4 minus 1, a plus 4 equals to 0. So we will have a plus 4 and twice a minus 1 equals to 0. So we have two values, a equals to minus 4 or a equals to half. Now we have to remember that it is not possible for cos x to be less than minus 1. Remember what the picture looks like. Cos x looks like this. Y equals to cos x. The diagram looks like this, where the highest value is plus 1 and the lowest value is minus 1. So we cannot have a value of minus 4. So we have to do the sum for cos x equals to half. So let's continue from here. For cos x equals to minus 4, not possible. For cos x equals to half, first of all we have to choose the quadrant. Step 1. So cos is positive in the first quadrant and in the fourth quadrant. So these are the two quadrants where cos x is positive. Now we have to find the basic angle. So it would be cos inverse, positive value of this. Half is already positive. So cos inverse of half. You can use the calculator, but I recommend that you try to use the half of the equilateral triangle. Remember, this is 2, this is 1, this is square root of 3, this is 90 degree, This is 60 degree, this is 30 degree. So cos 60 degrees adjacent by hypotenuse, which is half. So this is going to be 60 degree. And remember, this sum deals with radian. So we cannot write 60 degree. We have to write pi by 3. Just directly write pi by 3. So we know the basic angle. So this is pi by 3 and this is pi by 3. So let's continue with the sum. So now we are in step 3. So if the first quadrant is pi by 3 and we have this angle in the first quadrant, so x is going to be pi by 3 also. And then we have in the fourth quadrant, then it is going to be 360 minus basic angle. 360 means 2 pi minus basic angle is pi by 3. If we simplify 2 3 is 6, 6 minus 1 5, 5 pi by 3. Now we can write down the answer. X equals to pi by 3 and 5 pi by 3.